Hi guys, hoping that everybody's doing well today. Let's check the sound and see how that is, and then let's dive in. Let's dive into the markets. Awesome, Lucas. So the sound is perfect. Let's see what we've got today. You guys can share some of the pairs that you guys want us to look at, and we will dive into them. But before we start, I actually wanted to show you guys something. Something pretty awesome from yesterday's trade, which yesterday's setup. I'm not sure if I sent it on the free session, but this is what I want to show you guys. So yesterday we had a setup on the EURUSD. Sorry about that. We had a setup on the EURUSD which looked something like this, and it had 5.5 pips stop, and you know how we use buy stops at the 50% level of our stop loss range. So our trade, I'm gonna go back to the smallest time frame, or rather one of the smallest. Go back to the 5-minute, and I just want to show you this area, guys. This is a beautiful area, and this is what we talk about when we introduce the Wushu toolbox. So we had a move into our range. Sorry, I'm going to use that. So we had a move into our range, and then it came out, hitting the 50% mark, which is where our stop orders were placed. And then the trade basically triggered from this level here, and then immediately shot up within a span of 5 minutes. It shot up. Let me just use this one as well. It shot up, let's see. It shot up 4.7 R within a span of 5 minutes. So now, if you were too slow, you wouldn't have got most of those pips. You would have probably seen this as it came back down, because at 1 R you'd have an alert, of course, and then you'd move stop to break even. And then at 3 R, at 2 R, you'd have closed 50% of the trade. At 3 R, you would have moved your stop to 1 R. And then at 4 R, you'd have left it. Once it hits 5 R, once it hit your 5 R, which is somewhere here, your stop would have moved to 3 R, and that all happened within a span of 5 minutes. So with the Wushu toolbox, it would have automatically moved everything for you. So if you're too slow, you'll have probably missed this beautiful trade and probably got stopped out somewhere here, which was let's see, let me just use this 15-minute. Go to the hourly. Five hours. Yeah, but the point of the Wushu toolbox for such moves, especially if you're not on your PC, it'll basically partial for you move your stops. By the time price started coming down, you'd be out of the trade. Awesome. Let's take a look at what we've got for the day, and then take it from there. I see Cots wants us to look at GJ, and then Boris wants us to look at the S&P 500 and NASDAQ. Let's take a look at those. GJ, only starting on the bigger time frame, top-down analysis as usual. Try to figure out what we've got. It's still not on our zones. I had these marked up yesterday, I think, and we're basically not touching it until it gets to these levels. So we'll just watch it. And if you do force some trades, you'll probably drop into the lower time frame and try your top-down analysis as well from these levels, which I don't usually. You will probably get some of the trades, but I don't usually opt for them. And also in that sense, I'll probably wait for a sell option because this level is not really ideal for me. So I'd wait for a sell option at these levels up here at the top. So yeah, I'd wait for a sell option somewhere there. And I'll probably use something even smaller than a 15, which will probably be a 5-minute or a 1-minute to just get the stop loss range into a good one. I see CHXLDHXXD. Ooh, that's a long name. What took me? The biggest thing, I'd say risk management. Not even the strategy. Strategy is just the cherry on top. But risk management. If you get that right, you can be wrong 60% of the time and still be profitable. And now with this current strategy, you can even be wrong 70% of the time and still be profitable. Okay, so this is how it would look on GJ. If you were to force your trade, by the way, keyword forcing your trade, and you'd look at something like that. We're probably targeting these levels here at the bottom. Yeah, let me just make it a bit bigger so you guys can see. So it would look something like that, and we are solely basing it on these levels here. So just be wary of that. Probably take lesser risk than usual. Yeah, because we're not trading from our beautiful key zones. And then this level, I don't see a good level to get in from, which is, yeah, not really a good state to be in. But yeah, we're looking at something like that. So this would be a beautiful trade. And yeah, actually going to mark a different color because of the time frame used on that. And then S&P 500 and Nasdaq. I've never really looked at the S&P 500. Let's see if I'm gonna get it, and then we'll just take a look. And there we go. SPX. Okay, so basics. Start with the top-down analysis. Try find a key level that it's playing around. See if you can get something from there. I see there's something here. It's not clear, but there is something there, probably at these levels as well. So I'll probably take it even lower. And it's not strong enough, but I'll probably wait for a bounce at these levels. Of course, using momentum. That's one of our biggest advantages as well, using momentum to get into beautiful trades. We don't use limit orders, so once a trade gets into that level, bounces off, and then you basically get in and wait for price to be in your favor. And because of tight stops, by the time price turns around, just like that EURUSD trade, I'll just show you now again. By the time price turns around, you are miles ahead, and that happens within a very short space of time, which is one of the reasons we came up with the Wushu toolbox, of course, to take advantage and protect us from that risk. So you find that your traders, you're in and out of a trade within the first couple of minutes of your London open, New York open, Asian open, Asian close, the London and New York overlaps, and so forth. All those beautiful time zones, not time zones, all those beautiful sessions, kill zones. That's what Michael Harrelson calls them. And believe me, they're kill zones. Okay, so with the S&P 500, which I don't usually look at, I'll explore something like this. I'll probably look at it again with the rest of the strategy and see how it looks. But meanwhile, just take a look at that for us and let us know how it goes tomorrow. Just show it to us and tell us how it looks or what happened. and then we would be happy about that. And then I see NASDAQ. We did do this yesterday, so we're waiting for price to, well, it's actually gone from our level. We wanted it to go up into this zone and then drop from there, but it didn't reach that level, so we don't really have a good point of entry. Yeah, definitely not. Yep. I've been waiting for this drop for a while. Some of you would have seen that. Okay, and then I see Lucas says there's something that you're curious about, the risk management. Yeah, I mean, just focus on that. Believe me, you'll have a beautiful trading career. Or just get the Wushu toolbox. You'll be beautiful with that too. You don't really have to worry about risk management then. Joanne wants us to look at the GA. That would be our last one for the morning. Well, in my side it's morning. So, okay, GA. It's a beautiful uptrend. I don't see anything that we can use using the simple strategy I usually share on the live. There's not really much we can do from this. Yeah. And then if you were to really force the trade, or if you were to want to look at it from a different perspective, you'd wait for price to tap into these levels, and then once it does tap into those levels, you probably look at the 50% fib zones there, either at that level, or you'd look at this one here. So there's quite a number of them that you'd probably look at and trade from them, and hopefully wait for price to get back into these levels, shooting all the way up, grabbing all that liquidity on the daily, and then you'll be beautiful. Yeah, okay, so we are done with this session. Hoping you guys had a quick, before we go, I wanted to show you that EURUSD trade, which I just explained a bit earlier on from yesterday, which is one of the bases of building the Wushu toolbox with Scaled Up. I see he's on the chat there. Yeah, quite an impressive person who helped us build that Wushu toolbox, and it's getting even better by the day. Okay, so we've got this trade here, and like I mentioned, if you're too slow, you would have missed this trade. And because we use very tight stops, by the time the trade gets triggered, I mean, I'm gonna go into a 1 minute time frame, so you can just take a look at what it did here. Just zoom in. Can you see this? This all happened within a span of 5 minutes. So you'd have gotten triggered at this level here, and then you would have hit 1 up somewhere around here. So this is all within a span of 1 minute, by the way. And then that we should have moved your stop to entry at 1 hour. Sorry, let me just do this. Okay, so I'm going to use another one. So you'd have gotten triggered here, and then your trade would have hit 1 hour within the first candle. Stop move to break even, and then in the second minute you would have hit 2R. So 50% of your trade would be closed by the time price gets here, and if you're too slow, you would have missed that. You probably gotten it at 3, or even when it started coming down. By the time it got to 3R, this is the third minute. Yeah, so first, second, actually first, second, third. By the time we got to the 4th minute, we're already at 3R, stop had moved to 1R. And then still in the 4th minute, it hit 5R and it wicked. So even that is some crazy speed. And your stop would have moved to 3R, and then 25% of your trade would be closed. And then by the time it started coming back down, you would have been out of your trade within yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Within 6 minutes you'd be out of the trade. hitting 5R. So if you're too slow, you would have missed that big time. Anyway, so that is the Wushu toolbox and how we use it for such cases. And yeah, that's about it. Let's take a look at the market, guys. Happy trading. Enjoy your day. Don't forget risk management. Don't forget to join our free channel. Check out our bootcamp. Cheers, guys.